Hey guys. Hello, everybody. Nice to have you out there. All right. I thought we'd do a quick kind of like a hopefully right around lunchtime for a lot of people, a quick little check-in for all the singles. Okay. So I'm going to run through this probably fairly quickly, just try to keep it at like 40 minutes or so. And we're going to touch on, I'm going to go air signs first, then water, then fire, and end with earth. So, and they won't be time-stamped until after I'm done. Okay. I'm going to start out with Libra. Let's get started, guys. Remember, these are only stories. Remember, this is just for fun. So fun, inspiration, whatever you find out of it. But this is a story. It is not your story. It is just something to maybe be entertaining. So have fun with it. All right, Libras, what is coming in for you, darlings? What is coming in for you? What is coming in for my Libras? A love offer. Libra singles, something fresh, something new, something serious, something that is also simultaneously lighthearted. So it's sincere and it is also serious. It's got great potential. This could be like maybe this weekend you guys are going out on a new date. Maybe this weekend you it's an emotionally fulfilling situation. It doesn't have to be love per se, but it's something you would love doing. You know, it could be anything about like, hey, Libra, do you want to go someplace? Do you want to come with me? Could be a water sign inviting you out. Let's see. We've got a Four of Swords and we've got a Prince of Wands in the reverse. So whatever this is, you may find yourself realizing in this moment, it might actually kick you into thinking about things a little bit differently. Like, am I ready to go out and have this fun? Am I healed from something? Am I steady and stable? It looks like the answer to all that is yes. I feel like some of you are contemplating. It's almost like you feel like if you put energy into this thing that is coming your way, you kind of know this one could end up serious. This one could be, you're kind of taking a hot minute and thinking about things. You're feeling, well, this Four of Swords says, quiet the inner beast and just listen with your heart. Listen to what is being spoken from the universe. So in the silence, you may find some answers about what you want. And I feel like a lot of you are like, the thing is, I don't want things to feel scattered in my life. I feel like the Libra singles are saying, even if I want something fun, I also want it to be stable. And you're in a stable energy. Some of you, it's just this little shift of realization that I want something satisfying and I want it to last. I want a new beginning that's going to actually like blossom and grow. I don't want it to be scattered. So you take something and you realize that you're ready for this. You're ready to say yes to this. You're ready to enjoy what this is. And whoever this is, they're offering you something because they're in that same energetic space. This is very nice. All right. What is your strength right now, Libra? What is the strength that you have, that you possess, that's going to be useful to you? Four of Cups in the reverse, Seven of Pentacles in the upright. Again, talking about Libra being in a very stable energy. And happy birthday, Libras. Maybe this is the new you for this new phase of your life. Maybe it's because you are going through this, you're setting the tempo for how you want to do things in the next, adventure that you have in your life. You want things that actually have longevity. So you kind of, you're not feeling like you've missed anything in your life thus far. If there's something that you really want, you know that you'll go ahead and you'll pursue it. You've got a confidence right now. You're willing to work hard for what you want, but you're also aware that you've already come very far in your life. So your greatest strength right now is that you're not looking back at the past with sorrows. What isn't a part of your life, it's good that it's not because it wasn't meant for you. But what will be a part of your life is more and more success. You're ready to cultivate. You're ready to create a garden and watch it grow. A lot of you it's funny because this will be fun for you. Feeling like, yeah, I'm ready for this stuff in my life to go really well. That is going to be fun. It's not like, oh, well, I want to keep jumping around and having different experiences because I'm just looking for the different flavors in my life. I feel like that was exciting to you in the past. Now what's exciting is having that I mean, heck, it could be like, it's so exciting to have somebody that I come home to, and on Tuesday night we eat spaghetti. I love spaghetti night. You know, it could be something like that, where it's not like it's a dull routine. It's actually that stability feels spicy and good to you. It's interesting. That could be a bit of a shift. You could date somebody very different from who you used to in the past, somebody who wants a stable home life. They're not there for the random stuff. So your blockage to clear out, any worries that like, I'm aging, I'm not going to have the libido to keep up, or the energy to keep up. This is like all in our mindset, right? Ace of Wands in the reverse. If we think, I don't know that I have the energy to keep going, or to, you know, I worry that, you know, I look in the mirror and I see a gray hair, or you know, all those things, like, that's the only blockage. Is get that on out of your heads. You got the power to manifest anything you want. And in fact, you do work well under pressure. You've got great mental acuity. You are able to pretty much come through anything that you want. Come on, you're a Libra. But if there is any worry that I have flagging energy, or I'm not as young as I used to be, I don't know why I keep feeling like that. Maybe because it's around birthdays, and people always start to age themselves around birthdays and be like, well, now that I am a ripe old age. And it's like, no, all you are is a smarter version of yourself. That's all that is. You've gained flavors. So in any case, Libra, nice energy for you. Real nice reading for those singles out there. You guys have some kind of like renewed sense of stability and youthfulness if you choose to embrace it, right? All right, so next up, Geminis at 6:36. Geminis, hey guys, how are you? Hey everybody out there, so nice to see you. All right, so let's take a look. Happy birthday, Libras. I see some of you out there. Hi, Suelia B. Nice to see you, hon. You don't want to drive. You sweetheart. Thank you for all the lovely messages. All of you guys leave such beautiful messages. It's so nice to have you out here. Techno hippie. Hi, Donna. Oh my gosh. Nice to see you. All right, Tiffany. Hi, sweetheart. Okay, next up, Geminis. Ooh, Gemini singles. Gemini singles, it kind of looks to me like you are aware that you're ready for something more serious also in your life, a twin flame connection. You're ready to change whatever you need to in order to call in something really powerful. It's funny, a lot of these single readings so far seem to have love on the mind, which why wouldn't we? We're social creatures, right? So that's maybe a big component for all of us out there that are identifying as single. Geminis, you're ready to make the significant changes to bring in whomever this is. And it's so cute because you're like, I'm ready to really look for those qualities in a partner. Maybe in the past, you didn't think about the smaller details about what clicks with you, or maybe more importantly, what doesn't click with you. Now you are. And both of these are like looking. I feel like somebody is looking for you just as you are looking for them. I feel like some of you know it. This could also be, sorry, Geminis, I'm not trying to go into a past romance reading, but if you had, this is just for some of you out there, if you had a twin flame connection that then went into separation, something broke down, it was over, it could be that the two of you keep looking for each other as well. Now, I feel more like you're about to meet a twin flame, and whatever that means to you, right? I know a lot of people have lots of opinions about it, and that's awesome. Keep that, believe in that. Whatever you believe in, you know I support you. No need to challenge it. But this is like, you're passionate about finding the thing that really clicks. And it's almost like you have this renewed sense of hope that, now there's something special out there for me. I can feel it. And it's crazy because I think that there is an energy out there just like you. We've got a 5 of Swords in the reverse. If this is a returning twin flame or soulmate energy, the two of you are not going to have any more conflict and problems. They want to piece it together just as much as you do. This could be something from a long time ago in the past, or this is simply that you have let go of that idea and you are now actively seeking and being willing to be open and be in love with a new partnership. And it looks like this is one of the most important pieces is I don't want to be in competition with my partner. I'm not looking for any heartbreak. You've got your mind set on things. You've cleaned out and cleared out, and you have a precise thought process of, you know what? I'm ready for that kind of romance. I'm ready for the kind of love that I really want to have. And you're doing this with an excitement. This is a renewed sense. This is a Page of Wands. I'm excited about this. I get to have a love. I get to fall in love. Not, oh, great, now I got to do the romance thing. You're taking such a much, I think it's like a big shift. If you thought love was a drag, it's not a drag anymore. It's like, why would I approach it like, oh man, I just don't want to date. That's awful. Of course I want to meet the right person. Of course I want to date. I don't want to approach it like I hate this, I hate this, I hate this. So it's a nice shift in energy. It's like, no, there are wonderful people on this planet, and there are amazing people to fall in love with. And I absolutely believe that there's someone who's a perfect match for me. So it's a beautiful shift in perspective for you guys. Okay, awesome. All right, so what is your greatest strength right now that is going to be something that is the world? Your strength is just about everything. Your wisdom, your courage, the fact that you are ready for this new beginning. Oh, Geminis, I love how you're changing everything. You're changing your perspective. You know that it's time. It's time for you to, maybe some of you want to step outside your comfort zone, travel. Maybe this is about dating beyond the norm of who you've known in the past, or maybe you are willing to take a few more risks. I mean, safe ones, of course, than what you did in the past, because you have so much more knowledge, so much more wisdom at this point in your life. And so you realize the old way I used to do things, that was okay, but I've upgraded. This is really exciting. The World card, you're not afraid of being seen. You're not afraid of saying who you are. You're not afraid of putting yourself in the public eye. You stand by who you are, what you think, what you say. There's a confidence in you. That's a tremendous strength to have right now. Okay, and then any blockage for my Geminis, any blockage to release. Any blockage to release. I love this newfound sense. Also, that World card, the strength that you have, that could be you gaining a bunch of notoriety in your career as well. Your blockage to release, 7 of Cups in the reverse. It's so funny. Talk about like a storyline that is woven together like a tapestry. All of these cards just keep basically saying the same message. The blockage to release was any indecisiveness that you used to have. Any time that you questioned yourself, any time that you got kind of tangled up in the, worries or concerns like, am I good enough? Can I be successful? Should I take this risk? The new you is like, you'll be able to tell really quickly, like, I want to try this. I don't know how it'll work out, but that's a risk I'm willing to take. Your risk assessment is really, really good now. That the blockage to release was the you might be worried, am I going to go back on this? Is this a newfound false sense of confidence in me? And it's like, no, I think you know yourself pretty well. That's what this would say. That's what this story says, is that you know yourself well. You know what you want, and you know how to assess things swiftly so that you can get what you want, what's authentic for you. Who am I? What do I like? What do I want? Do I want to have conversation and try dating somebody who I know that we don't have any similar, interests, opposites can attract, but there might also be that now wholeheartedly what works for you and what doesn't. So it gets a little easier for you to say, I'm not going to invest so much time here because I actually already know this suits me better. So it's not inflexible though. It's just confident in knowing who you are and being comfortable in that. You don't have to please others. Okay, Aquarius, you guys are up next at 13:55. Hey guys, nice to have all of you with me. Hi, Victor. I haven't seen you in a while. Well, not live anyway. Hi, John, Margaret. Hi, Seychelle. All right, let's take a look. This is for Aquarius. Aquarius, what's coming in for you? Aquarius, we've got a Page of Wands in the reverse. There is an element, and an 8 of Wands that crosses it. So we've got a thought process right now about what kind of conversation. That one jumped into my lap, and a 9 of Swords. Aquarius, I don't know that this is you. This looks like somebody is wanting to talk to you, and they haven't found the energy yet. So the 8 of Wands came out sideways. So it's like Oh, should I talk to Aquarius? Should I not? Should I talk to Aquarius? Should I not? They're pretty stressed out about this. What is that about, Aquarius? It's funny because I'm asking what's coming towards you, and it may be, wow, somebody keeps on thinking, if I say something, will it lead to just you saying goodbye to me permanently then? Will it just simply close out a cycle? I feel like somebody is, maybe it's you, maybe it's Aquarius that is trying to decide, do I say a final farewell? I mean, this is for singles, but it's kind of like, it's a lot of overthinking about what to say. Should I say it? What would be the results? It feels like there's a lot of weighing of contemplation. 10 of Wands, time to lay down those burdens. Time to lay down the burdens. Whatever. I mean, sometimes there is no need to say anything. And other times there's no need to worry about whether or not somebody is going to say something to us. Because right now, is your life good? Right now, are you content in things with or without this conversation? Then maybe the conversation doesn't even need to be had. Maybe it can be just let go. On the other hand, if there's something that needs to be said to get it off one's chest and then you can move on, sometimes you don't have to say it directly to the person. You write it on a piece of paper. Now you've said it and you never give it to the person. You can now just let it go. It's Aquarian, you're about to have like a major release of stress is what this looks like, which is so nice to see. Oh my gosh. And then we go right into the Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups. And then we also have some of you singles, it feels like you have either felt that an ex was still kind of holding on to you, or you were still releasing an ex. And you do it, and then here comes this renewed sense of love, this renewed sense of like, I am ready to give my heart. I'm ready to receive a love offer. And I am ready to be much more open about all of this. I feel like you lay down a burden. Now, this doesn't have to be romance. This could be something else entirely. This could be a situation where it's all about, healing a rift with somebody else. And sometimes to heal a rift means to just let go of the trauma surrounding it and just kind of lay down the conflict, lay down all the burden from it, and actually send that person love. Or simply, I don't know, I feel like this is if it's not a renewed and restored relationship with somebody that you really care about, then it is simply releasing a situation that was burdensome and then being free to put yourself out there again. Because you notice she's showing us her knees, right? This is, if this had been in the upright, the High Priestess, Cancerian energy, if this had been in the upright, it'd still be withholding, saying some truths, or feeling inhibited. This is a non-inhibited, I know what the truth is, I'm okay saying what I mean, meaning what I say. I feel like some of you perhaps want to give a love offer to somebody and you've been nervous about doing it, or someone has wanted to do that toward you. It looks like one way or the other, you're getting back in the flow. One way or the other, it's like, it just feels so good to unburden myself. I want to give that love offer. I want to reveal it. Then it's not bogging me down, worrying about it. So if some of you have a crush, you may want to say to the crush, hey, I'm interested, or vice versa. What is the outcome on that then? This is an unburdening. 6 of Swords. 6 of Swords is like, there is still like not quite moving on from this. Not quite moving on. You may be moving on and someone else isn't. This can be, we've got a Page of Cups. We've got an 8 of Cups. Somebody is going solo after letting something go. So it changes the dialogue just a little bit. For you singles, this is like the, I feel like it's the cords are being cut from a relationship that, and maybe it's you who said goodbye in a nice way, and then you just moved on. And the other person still seems to be kind of dry docked, still kind of hanging out, still kind of unable to let go a little bit, still like there's a desire that they don't act on, but you seem to be going your own way. So you singles out there are like, and you're going your own way with a confidence, with like, okay, that one I'm unburdened from. That one I can let go of. This could even be, Aquarians, if there's somebody that you've got a crush on, you want to go ahead and tell them you're interested. They don't react or respond with any confident, like, yeah, I'm interested too. So you go, okay, well, if they don't know, then the answer must be no.
no skin off my back. I'm moving on. There's lots of other fish in the sea. And then that person kind of sits there and is like, I wish I had said something. I do want to, but I'm kind of, whatever reason, they're dry docked and they can't quite let go of this. Could be an ex still clinging to you, but you seem to be moving on. So whatever that is, it's a freedom that also gives you a sense of confidence and a sense of like you're totally comfortable in expressing yourself, which is really lovely. All right, Aquarius, what is your great strength right now? We got the Eight of Cups again, this time in the reverse. You have no problem admitting whatever you're the type of person where if you need to go back and say, hey, I wanted to say I'm sorry. Hold on, my puppy is making noises. Aries? Okay. He was having a dream. If you need to go back sometimes to say you're sorry, you do it to get it off your chest. If you're somebody who wants to go back and say, hey, you know what? I was really interested in you. You do that. You have no problem returning to things, readdressing them, tidying up things so that then you can move forward again. That's a huge strength. Not everybody has the self-confidence. It's nice because it's humble and it's confident, right? To be able to go back in time, to have no, like a lot of people say, oh no, I can't go back to that previous job. That would be like stepping down. Like, what do you mean? I go after what I want. And if what I want is what I used to have, I'll go back and get it. You may also be very interested in like retro stuff. You may be somebody who, like, you repurpose things. You see the value in the past. You see the value in revisiting things to gain wisdom. Some of you, that's a huge strength that you can do that. You can also look back on past love relationships, even ones that maybe didn't work out great, and see the value in them. You learn from the past and you revisit it without any qualms. I love that. I feel like that's like such a great lesson. That's something maybe I could learn more from too. I'm not Aquarius, but hey. All right. So any blockage to release? You got the King of Wands, actually. King of Wands. I'm sorry, that card dropped really fast and I didn't see it. So I was still shuffling and there was already one that popped out. King of Wands here is, if it's a blockage, it might be that maybe you think everybody has the same independent spirit and confidence that you do. And so you may give people those attributes when they don't. So, because a blockage here, this doesn't look like a blockage at all, unless we mistake somebody for being super confident and, super mature and ready to take action because that's how you are. But maybe sometimes you assume others are like that too. And this is maybe that whisper that not everybody is going to be on the same page and be as confident as you. Also, sometimes they want other things. They are confident, but they want to go their own way. You notice this person is pointing a certain direction. A blockage could be that just because we really admire and care about somebody or love somebody, it doesn't always mean that if they're giving us advice or direction, that is going to be right for us. They may have great points. They may be somebody really intelligent. They may be somebody that we really love, but still our lives are our own, maybe to choose what direction we take. So it could be a little of that, like wonderful, wonderful individuals in life might give you direction that may or may not be accurate for you. So that could just be a little bit of a blockage, weeding out what's true for you. All right. Next up, we've got Cancerian at 2329. And I will timestamp these in the description box once I'm no longer live, you guys. So I've just done all the air signs and we're moving into water signs. And I feel like we'll go with this deck instead. All right. Cancerian, what's up next for Cancerian singles? Hi, everybody. Nice to see you. Yeah, Libras were first. I went Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, and now we're on to Cancer. Cancerian, good. You got the Five of Swords in the reverse. That is no more conflict, moving away from drama, moving away from competition, healing a rift, possibly, Cancer, feeling like, and if this had been a situation where you almost felt like you were going to have to leave a situation because of difficulties, it doesn't look like you're going to have to. There isn't the necessity to fly away. And I say that because that bird is actually, it would be the reverse, means it's not having to take flight. So a situation can actually be resolved. It's so interesting because you got the Scorpio death card that came out sideways also. It can be resolved. And right now we're in a place where we can decide, how do we want it to look? because this is something is going to change, right? So we got to pick and choose what pieces do we want to shift and change, and what, and like compromise on, and what things can remain the same. This would be no change. This would be everything changes. It came out sideways. There are pieces of a situation that are perfectly salvageable. It's like you can finally, if you've had conflict with somebody, this is sitting down at the table with them, talking it out, saying, okay, here's what I was thinking. I thought your idea was awesome. I love this part. And then I wanted to contribute this to it. What do you think? And it's like, okay, well, I like that, but let's take this out and fine tune that. And it's like the two of you, you build a beautiful Frankenstein baby together, you know, meaning everybody puts in a little something and you patchwork quilt it together until you have this wonderful thing though. But it's done with, you construct something new. And that's the only reason I use the word Frankenstein. It's not in a negative context at all. Maybe that was the wrong word to use, but it's out of my mouth now. No tags back when you're live. I rarely undo anything in any reading that I do unless, ooh, that's too many cards. Sorry, guys. Too many. I'm not going to take all those. That's just flat out too many. I want one more here, though. The things I'll delete in a video is if I feel like I was too opinionated. It's like, that's just Kate talking. We can take that out. 5 of coins in the reverse. Yeah, whatever conflict this was, Cancer, it feels like it was an interpersonal conflict, or it was like you felt unwanted or undervalued. Someone doesn't want to make you feel that way. You might have also been overburdened. You see, she's lugging around her adorable little baby brother, but that's a lot of work. And you may have been doing a ton of work alone. You're not going to feel that way anymore. If this is in the workplace, this is where it's like, oh, it definitely could be in the workplace. You also had the 8 of coins that jumped over there. You're not going to have to work so hard. You're going to be able to alleviate some of your burdens. This could be in the household. This could be in the workplace. This could be how much time you spend taking care of children or other people's children. You could be babysitting for a family member. All of this could be like, it was getting full of conflict. And now it's like, wait. I don't want to have conflict. I just need a redistribution of the amount of work that has to be done. That's really nice. So Cancerians, we're smoothing out some kind of interpersonal relationship that has to do with workload. Okay, what's your great strength right now to use? What's your great strength? Oh, sorry, that didn't pop, but you had the 3 of Wands, but if it didn't come out, I'm not going to keep it. You got 2. Your great strength. Wow, you like a harmonious home, and you make a harmonious home. You also have the ability, I think, to deal with difficult people, because you got the Empress in the reverse. If there has been somebody very clinging, kind of like really needy, you have a way to like nicely deal with them. All of this, I mean, this is a singles reading, but all of this, it still speaks somehow. I feel like kids are involved. And with the Empress card in particular, you notice she's actually pregnant in this. There is this element where one of your great strengths is that you're a wonderful host or hostess. You are really good at making people feel comfortable, but more importantly, you know when to give time and attention to your, I'm going to say like your sacred space. You know, things can get too busy. Energy, you don't want bad energy in your household as far as like, you know, stress and anxiety. So if that happens, you find a way to identify it and then try to actively release it. So you're able to put your finger on where the stress is coming from, whether it's a person, whether it's, you know, something else altogether. But I also feel like your big strength is, I feel like you guys are, you're preparing. I feel like you're nesting right now. You're getting ready to, I think, have some really amazing relationship come in for you. Maybe one that involves children. Somebody already has kids, something like that. But it seems like you're preparing the nest to be very wonderful and very supportive and very loving. It feels like you're getting ready for the arrival of someone. Okay, so a blockage. Blockage is the Moon card, Cancerian energy. This is the goddess Hecate. Hecate is the guardian of the crossroads. She's associated with dogs. Oftentimes she's depicted with 3 heads, so she can look in all directions. If there's a blockage, it may be that You have an awful lot of things coming at you all at once, and it can get overwhelming to have to take on everything at once. So this might be one of those situations where you can use the goddess Hecate's advice here to say, well, limit the flow of what can come at you in a single day. If too many phone calls are coming in, if too many people want your time, tell them, okay, my plate is full until next week. I can address that next week. Like limit what comes in at you so that you don't have to take on maybe everybody's issues all at once. Sometimes it's funny how things resolve themselves and don't have to be a big issue if some time passes. I don't know. That's just the message I got on that, whether or not that has any uplifting message for anyone out there. Remember, these are only stories. This is not telling you how your life is going to go. I am not a psychic. I am not doing divination. This is just the art of storytelling. So if there's something fun in this, run with it and have fun with it. All right, next up, we're going to go into Pisces. Pisces at 3047. All right, Pisces, let's start you guys out with chakra deck. Hold on, I'm going to use this one next too. Okay, Pisces. What do we have coming in? Coming in for Pisces, we've got an Ace of Swords, and that one I fumbled it pretty bad. It ended sideways. This is root chakra. This is talking about truth. This is talking about clarity. We're getting down to the heart of the matter here, is what that looks like to me, Pisces. We're getting down to like, okay, what is the truth? What do I want? What is that? It's about decision making. It's almost decision time. Hold on, I have to like put this all back together because that's a pitiful shuffle. Just dropped one. What is it? Making a decision. Ooh, that's going to affect you. This is for singles, right? This is making a decision about where is your abundance. Where do you want to put your time? Do you want to put it toward building relationships? You see how this painting has actually a painting of a family on it. Do you want to put your energy toward, creating that dream? Or do you want to actually put your energy toward hobbies? Or do you want to put your energy toward career? No matter what, you're super talented. No matter what, you can pretty much have it all. But it may be a choice about where do I put my distribution of energy to be successful, in which area of my life do I want more abundance? And this is your source of willpower with that solar plexus chakra. So what's coming in for you guys is a choice that you get to make about how you spend your time, is what I look at that as, because you've got it all, but there might be a Knight of Cups. It looks like you want to spend more time on pursuing love, being open to love. Maybe instead of saying, well, I'd like to meet up with this person who's asked me out, but I was going to go ahead and, hang out with my family next weekend. Well, maybe instead go ahead and meet this person and see your family, the day before, or scheduled to see your family like the following day. Or, likewise, if it's about work, it's like, well, I kind of want to make sure that I don't just keep working overtime when I could instead get off a little early and go out on that date. This is like, are you willing to rearrange a little bit of something in your life to have another version of emotional fulfillment? And this is throat chakra. So you may actually find yourself wanting to talk more to prospective romantic individuals. And so really nice, because it is about making time for that, though. That's the big message on that. Okay, Pisces, tell me a little bit about what is your great strength? What is your great strength? I like it because to me that says that you've got somebody coming in. You've got a romance coming in. Oh, Temperance. So you're good about balancing things. So you probably, this was like a moot point because you already know, like, yeah, Kate, I don't have an issue with balancing my energy and giving to multiple areas of my life and growing all the different areas at once. You already have that strength, Temperance. You also have a calm and like peaceful demeanor. You may also be very good at almost putting out stressful situations. You would have like a calming effect when you come into a stressful situation. You can like find the nice energy. You put out fires wherever you go. This is also that you have a balanced mindset about things. That's a huge huge gift. So maybe right now use that huge gift that maybe you give to others all the time and helping others smooth things out. Maybe you do that in your work, or maybe you do that in your interpersonal relationships, but now you get to use that for your own self so that you get to use your own time really, really wisely for whatever it is that you want to balance out in your life and give yourself more time. I think it's more time to pursue romantic relationships. And your blockage, 5 of Cups, the feeling that there was some sadness. There was something that had been a regret. That regret is something that could be blocking you. And the thing is, the river here is flowing, right? Let the river take away that regret, because it's always about like refreshing our energy flow. It's kind of like you want to dump all that regret out, because what is meant to be yours will show up for you or will return to you. And water is such a nice example of that, because, you know, obviously water goes through so many phases, right? Rivers go to the ocean, you know, water gets evaporated, then it comes back down as rain, everything gets recycled. It's all cyclical. What is meant to be yours will not pass you by. So if there is a regret somewhere, that could be a blockage. That could be something that, let me get one more card on that for you. I don't know why, I would like to see what that is. Knight of Swords that comes out sideways. A regret that you didn't take action faster on something. Again, this really would double down on the message that if you have to chase something or race after it, that might have been a lot of like stress and anxiety to have to, you know, I mean, you can see there's a huge sense of urgency here. And if that didn't suit you to have to do that, would that really have been what you wanted anyway? If it felt so chaotic, you know, we've seen you with temperance, we've seen you liking things to be more balanced. Maybe something wasn't quite aligned for you right now, because it would have made you have to like leap into action and do something that didn't feel like your authentic, the way you like to operate. I mean, there's nothing wrong with getting out of a comfort zone, but this really looks like if there was a regret, it might be because you feel like you didn't take action on something fast enough. But I would still just say that that's the blockage, meaning that's not really anything that to cry over. You probably took the action that was authentic for you. If you chose to make a decision on something, it was probably right for you, instead of looking back and, well, what if I had done this? Would it have been different? Yeah, but who are you? Did you do what was authentic for you? That's what that looks like. So it's kind of nice. It's kind of reassuring. I don't know if that makes sense, but I find that an uplifting message. All right, Scorpios, 3748. All right, Scorpios. For those of you just joining in, I've done all the air signs first, and now I'm on the last of the water signs, and then I'll go into fire, and we'll end with earth. Scorpio. What do we have for Scorpio? This is singles reads. Scorpio singles, what's coming in for you? 7 of Coins is coming in for you. It came out just a little bit angled, but mostly upright, so I'm going to read it that way. Long-term success, something you've been putting energy into. Hanged Man, you're also looking at things right now from a different perspective. Ooh, I think you're about to say, okay, I'm making success happen in my life, and I want to shift a little something. You're planning a future right now. You're looking at something in a slightly different way. You see that there's even more ahead for you. So as much as you've been creating stability, you also know that there's more. 8 of Wands. You're ready to take some other action. Maybe some of you are ready to take a little vacation. You're saying, you know what? I worked really hard. I'm making the mark that I need to. Now I need to give myself some time and space to maybe rest. Maybe I want to fly somewhere, take a little break. This is Piscean energy. Could be something that is like an emotional, I want to say like something that you would find emotionally satisfying that you're thinking about doing next. And I feel like you either need a little bit of time and space to contemplate this, or you need to talk it out with somebody. This is conversation. This could also be coming in toward you. As you've been getting really stable, you've been doing your thing. This could also represent someone who actually would like to come towards you with a conversation. We do see two individuals here. This could be an invitation coming in. I don't know why I keep getting something celebratory, something that is, it's time to enjoy something. What was that? That was the moon card in the reverse. Okay, so somebody is coming in to actually tell you something. What is it? Moon card in the reverse. A lot of Piscean energy here, huh? I like this conversation. Something that'll move something forward, and we go through this beautiful transformation. This is super positive. Six of Swords is like, oh my gosh, finally we get to move forward. We're no longer in this kind of, this is the change of the Hanged Man energy. We're moving on from whatever had been stagnant, whatever had even been difficult, and we are flying away from it with this beautiful, this conversation yields something that changes the whole perspective and brings something into this beautiful transformative energy. We've got, so it was something that had to do with a lack of, I almost feel like I could read this in one of two ways. Now, technically, the Six of Coins came out on top of the Four of Wands, but I've changed it only because with the Six of Coins, there's a topless individual, and I always want to be delicate. So it's the only reason I've redistributed how those cards sit. But sorry, guys, I just want to be delicate. It could be that somebody comes in to have a final conversation with you, and you go, oh man, this has totally set me free. I'm so glad that this is not the person that I'm with, because I can see now that this is not the situation that I wanted to give to. So it's just, it kind of rounds something out. It releases something for you. It feels like they wanted to come in and say something, but in them saying something, it actually transforms the way you feel kind of about them. So if there was lingering sorrow, it washes it all away. Now, this could also be somebody saying, sorry, there's always two sides to all these cards, right? Somebody saying, I don't want to be in choppy waters anymore. I hate being in this energy where this feels like a missed opportunity, and this is a situation that I haven't been giving to. So this, somebody is revealing a message, and it's all about how you're going to interpret it. Whatever they say will either allow you to determine that, okay, I'm really glad that this has ended, or that they're trying to reveal, I wish that this hadn't been over. Wow. Okay. It brings you to a 10 of Cups. This is feeling, singles, this is feeling like you've been good, you've been stable, and somebody else has been thinking an awful lot about you. Someone would like to have a 10 of Cups with you. You're moving into a 10 of Cups. It could be with somebody from a very different culture than you. Somebody who is like, just, it's your perfect match, your energy vibes. You know, it's like when we have two perfect and complementary things that come together, and it's like, oh, wow, we make a more beautiful couple, or a more beautiful whole, because we have our differences. That's really nice. So what's coming towards you is a whole heck of a lot of happiness, but you started out grounded anyway. And then it's like you go through some kind of important conversation, and it results in a lot of happiness. However you get there, whatever you choose, right? Okay, so what's your greatest strength right now? Scorpio, what's your greatest strength? Greatest strength, strength card in the reverse, being able to identify when somebody is perhaps lacking courage. This could talk about you being able to be compassionate. This could also be you recognizing when fear is holding you back from something. But I feel like, you know, I say, what's your greatest strength? And it's like strength in the reverse. When you can see that somebody is scared, you can understand people's behavior, maybe with a much more compassionate view, and you can read between the lines, and you can understand why they behaved the way they did a lot easier. That's actually a really great message. You know, I do these readings, but I get something out of them. And, you know, obviously I'm not a Scorpio, but it's just so funny to me that I only listen for the messages. I don't listen for the zodiacs at all, because this isn't fortune telling, not for me. This is just the art of storytelling. So please, you guys know I'm not telling you your fortune. This is just messages. And if there's something inspirational, awesome. A blockage here, star in the reverse. If there is any, or has been any thought that something will never be completely healed. That is possibly not true at all. Sometimes when we heal from something, the purpose might have been to build the scar tissue because scar tissue is stronger than the original tissue. Sometimes I'm trying to give an example of something where, like, okay, I guess maybe you wouldn't guess this, but I'm a farm kid first. And like all the dirty, stinky work you could imagine, that's what I did most of my life. And the thing is, I don't have calluses on my hands now, but let me tell you, you want them if you're going to be using a lot of farm equipment. Like there's a certain amount of like even those little injuries of the blisters, you're like, oh man, I hope those things scab up fast. And then the skin thickens and now it's more protective. This blockage could be like thinking, well, that wound will never heal. No, actually, perhaps the purpose for something that didn't work out great was because it actually strengthens something else. I don't know if that analogy makes any sense, but I'm just trying to think of something that is like a visual. But if there's any little blockage, it simply is that something, how it happened, how it fell apart, all of that was actually for the greatest good. Interesting. Okay, now we're going to move into fire signs. Fire signs, starting with Aries at 45:52. I said I wanted to have all these done in 40 minutes. Well, we're halfway through at 40 minutes. All right, Aries, what's coming in for you? What's coming in for you? We have got... we've got the Empress. We've got the Five of Wands, but in the good version of it. And we've got the Page of Pentacles also in the good version. I have to look at this carefully, by the way, because I have to like really see which side I'm looking at, how did it come out? So you guys have new growth coming in. You may be taking charge of life. You may have a Libra or a Taurus coming in towards you, somebody wanting to have a new life with you. Let's not be adversaries. Let's actually work together. This Five of Wands is where it's like, it's fun sparring. We're not stressed out. We're actually having a good time. This could be like a new business and you've got a business partner or somebody who's putting out some great ideas and you're brainstorming together instead of being in conflict and arguing, but it leads to an offer. You have an offer coming in. I feel like this is you having a lot of self-confidence, you feeling really good about yourself. And I feel like you meet somebody who's fun, who's sassy, somebody who is possibly like right there at your intellectual level. So it's really fun conversation. And there's an offer being made here. There's something like a new offer. If this is all about business, because this could represent a boss, it's a boss who wants you to help develop something new. And because of what you came up with, yes, it's like a pat on the back, possibly also a raise, possibly also like more responsibility because you've got some great ideas. If this is like you in a romance, though, it feels like somebody really enjoys your company and you really enjoy theirs. This is a new beginning for you. I love this, Aries. I absolutely love it. Okay, next up, let's take a peek and see. All right, so Aries, what is your greatest strength right now to utilize? Greatest strength is Four of Pentacles that came out sideways. You know when to hold them and you know when to let them go. You obviously you know who to keep out and you know who to let in. You're a wonderful host or hostess, but not just everybody gets to come into your house. They got to play right. But you also, it's almost like you can accept people for who they are while still knowing, yeah, but I got to keep some boundaries up with that one. So you're not real judgy, and yet you're just the right amount of judgy, right? Because we judge every day. We judge absolutely everything. I mean, I know half of you are sitting there going like, I don't know about the lacy thing, Kate. You know, like, of course, I'm not here to show you my wardrobe, yet you're going to notice it because I'm in it and I'm sitting here in front of you. So you're going to make judgment calls on stuff, right? I expect that. We all do that. Do we like it? Do we not? You know, you're going to make judgment calls on stuff too, but you're not doing it to be judgy. You're doing it because it's a part of life. We make a judgment about everything we see, every drink we sip, we decide, is that tasty or not? So you have a nice way about you to differentiate and carry yourself with the right kind of judgy attitude. That's actually really nice. I don't think you give too much either in a situation. You don't give away too much. Why would you? There's no reason to give too much to a situation. You wait and see how much should you let somebody in. How much do you give? All right, any blockage for Aries? Any blockage for Aries? Any blockage for Aries? We've got the Four of Cups. Actually, it came out in the reverse though. So if anything, if there was somebody that you have still kind of once in a while thought back on and thought, I know they didn't think I was much to lose, or, you know, if there's any little twinge of feeling like you think somebody doesn't still think of you and that kind of hurts a little bit, that is like a blockage to let go of, because we never know what anybody else is thinking anyway. So if there is this impression, I feel like there's a wound that you carry, because if somebody had done you wrong, you think, and they don't even care that they did that. They don't have any regret or any remorse. And it's not like we want people to be in big sadness, but it kind of is nice to know if somebody regrets when they did you wrong. But if there is any of that, that might still linger as a little, like a twinge of bitterness maybe. And that's just like, don't even stress out about that. That could be a bit of a blockage, because there's that little bit of a sharp memory on something. And it's like, no, if they don't regret it, then they were probably a rude person. Because if a rude person hurts you and then they don't even feel bad about it, they probably have a lot of growing to do. So thank goodness they are not around. But it just kind of seems like it's just be glad that energy's out of your world. All right, next up, Leo at 5127. For those of you just popping by, I've done all of the air signs first, then I did all of the water signs, and now we are into fire, and then I'll end with earth. I will timestamp these afterwards. Ooh, wow. Okay, so Leo, you guys are starting out with somebody's making a decision. What's coming towards you? This is a singles read, but somebody's making a decision that they would like a second chance with you. Sorry. Singles doesn't always mean that it's going to be new romance. But you would already know this. You already sense it, if that makes any sense. Seven of Cups came out in the reverse. That's the one that jumped over there. Somebody is absolutely certain, I want to have a reconciliation. I want to heal something. I want to renew something. It doesn't have to be in romance, but it could be that you knew that at some point somebody was going to show back up someday. Now, this has been hidden from you, but as the High Priestess energy can feel it anyway. And it is a weird sense of feeling it, because it's like little signs, or it's little things that pop up for you. You may be extremely intuitive in many different ways. And it's funny because it feels like, you notice the wings that we have? We have wings in every single one of these cards. We've got, on one hand, it's dragon wings here. It's angel wings here. We've got owl wings here. And then we've got like falcon wings. I feel like, if anything, you have maybe a really nice connection to your guides, whatever that means for you, whatever you perceive that to be, whether you think of it as angels, whether you think of it as, messages that come into you. But I feel like you kind of have sensed that someone wants to send a message to heal something with you. That's what this looks like. Whether or not it's a romance, don't know. Could go that route. But it's something that you're not shocked. Not really. You might first say, wow, never expected that. And then you're like, totally expected that. It's one of those vibes. But this is taking off in a new direction. So there is something that is going to happen probably swiftly. Someone makes a decision, and then it's like, here it comes. And then you're just going to have to decide what you want to do with it. It seems like it could be a message coming in, but it could also be somebody like literally getting on a plane and flying in. Okay, so what's your great strength that'll serve you well right now? What's a great strength that my Leos have that serves them well? Great strength is 10 of Swords in the upright. Wow, you do know how to let things go. And these swords are in a heart. This is all about you being able to say, you know what? Let bygones be bygones. if somebody is coming in to heal something with you, you can actually possibly really truly heal it and like release all the pain surrounding it. You know, that's an amazing gift to have, because many people will say, oh yeah, I've let it go. And then they talk and talk and talk about it, right? And it's like, if you really let something go, then you probably don't even bring it up anymore, because it's like, I don't even think about that. You really have the ability to let stuff go. That's remarkable. Hold on, tea time. All right, now let me go ahead and just see one last message. Lilo, I'm glad you got it, sweetheart. Nice to have you here. Nice to have all of you here, you guys. All right, what's your blockage? Hold on, Leo, that just went all over the place. Too many cards. Can I get one, please? Blockage is Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. It's so funny because everything about you seems like you're going to have a renewal. Everything about the situation seems like it's the ability to let go. And now a blockage is Ace of Pentacles. It could be worrying too much about finances. You might set a really high bar for yourself. And so it's like, well, I still have to delay until I have this much. You might always be like overachieving just a little bit, and that can become a blockage. Or saying, you know, well, I'm not sure if I can start on that program or that trajectory for my life until I do this other thing first. So that could be a blockage for you, is really just the belief, the confidence that you can go after it now. You don't have to wait until later, until everything else is lined up. I mean, obviously money is a limiting factor. Yes, of course. But this is still saying it's more about the kind of abundance that we're talking about. If there is any kind of a lack mentality where it's like, well, my happiness will come tomorrow, but there's no way I can be that happy right now in my life because I have all these other things I have to complete first. That is a blockage. You can be happy right now. You deserve to be happy right now. Kind of sweet. All right, so next up, Sagittarius at 5654. Sag, what do we have for Sag? What's coming up next for my single Sagittarians? And then we'll go into Earth signs after this. Single Saggies. Ooh, okay, so we've got a bit of a mixed bag. We have a happy, like celebratory, fun time, some event maybe to attend, people that you care about, that you want to hang out with. You might have a lot of fun. And you might also hear at this party or through the grapevine that somebody else is really struggling with an ending. Somebody else, I don't know, I feel like somebody might tell you that someone, an ex or somebody, is still asking about you, thinking about you, and they're like, oh, they have so not moved on from you. It kind of looks like, I don't usually get this off of this card, but it almost seems like if you're a guy, you're going out with your guy friends, and one of them says, oh, I saw whatever. I want to say Sophie right now. I have no idea why, but, I saw your ex, or Peter, or, whatever gender your ex was. But somebody talks to you about like, oh, I saw so-and-so and they asked about you. Yeah, I feel like they haven't moved on. Or maybe they even said that they haven't moved on. It's like somebody is sending a message through another person that they're not real happy about something. It's this energy of they can't move on, even though they know that it's supposed to be done, but they're sure that it's not over for them yet. And I feel like you hear this at like some gathering, that, or you realize at a gathering that there is someone that you just can't quite. Sorry, this is a whole different message. That's the way these cards work for me. You're at a gathering and you go, man, I still just do not jive with one of these three people. I know that we just don't. So I think I'm not going to hang out in this environment again, because part of it's really fun, a really good time, but there's also still this awareness that we're probably never going to be super, super close friends, or super, there's something that isn't, we don't jive well, and we're not going to see eye to eye on something, and that is okay. Hold on, I want to get one more. Nine of Wands in the reverse. I just feel like you don't want to give any more energy to trying to make something work with somebody. Even if it's the first storyline where somebody's not over you, kind of looks like you're done with it. Or if it's the second storyline where it's like, I really like this, I had a good time, but there is one person where I'm not going to give too much more time and attention to trying to, make nice and get us on track and be buddies or besties or whatever it is. There is something here that it just never quite aligned perfectly. So it's time to move on, not put in energy or argument or anything like that. Sorry, I want one more. I don't know why. I have no rhyme or reason to want justice. Yeah, definitely the best way to find balance sometimes is to not keep struggling to find balance, right? Sometimes this is about balance and harmony. What's fair? Do we put more energy into a system, or do we actually pull our energy back from a system to make things balanced? And that's what it looks like you are doing. Could have been a Libra you were dealing with, but it seems like you are more confident that you made the right choice for yourself in withdrawing your energy from something, even though it looks like somebody is not done with you. They wish they could still have you. They still ask about you. You're not into it. That's what that looks like there. And it feels like, you might even feel like, well, good, I'm glad that they miss me, but I'm not going back to that, and it might just be that kind of like sense of peace that I made the right choice for me. And it could have been about anything, a job, friendship, it doesn't have to be romance, right? There's really not romantic cards there. All right. What is your greatest strength right now? Sagittarius singles, what is your greatest strength? Come on, Saggies. Wow. Sag, either you have so much strength. How do we pick just one? Okay, that card came out crazy. 5 of Wands. You're really good at thinking through things and seeing where conflict is and then deciding what to do with conflict. 5 of Wands it's so funny because all of this is about how you step away from conflict. And that's what this says too. That's really nice. That's very powerful. That's a couple of these other cards threw themselves upright in the deck. Sorry, guys. I just want to shuffle them back in. But that's really nice that you have this ability, Sagittarius, to say, I don't want to fight. I see no reason to put my energy into drama and trauma. I step away from things like that. That's a huge strength to know when it would be more like stressful to put energy into something. All right. And then finally, what is the blockage? We got a cups and they did come out sideways. It's like, I feel like this is somebody that you do have emotions for, or that has emotions for you, but there's always a struggle with how the emotions how they come out. It always kind of seems to create drama and conflict. And maybe that's why it's like the blockage is there's still mixed emotions. Yes, I care, but I know that it's going to be difficult if I put energy into it, and then it could still, it's almost like every time you open up to somebody, they say or do something that makes you go, why did I put my energy into that? So now I'm going to close down again. And I just feel like it's a little bit of a yo-yo of emotions. And that's a bit of a blockage, because I feel like you're a sensitive person who cares about others. And maybe this person cares about you too, whether it's a friend or a family member or a romantic partner. But there's always a little bit of difficult exchange there. So it's like, I kind of want to step back from the difficulties. All right, next up, we've got Capricorn. Capricorn at 103.26. All right. You guys, thanks so much for being with me. I'm at the tail end of this. So this is just the earth signs left. So I will go back in and I'll timestamp all these in the description box as soon as I'm done. I did air signs came out first, then Cancerian, then, air signs, then water signs. And actually, I'll rattle this off right now for those of you that are live. Libra was at the very beginning. Gemini was at 6 minutes, 36 seconds. Aquarius is at 13:55. Cancerian was 23:29. Pisces is 30:47. Scorpio was at 37:48. I think that's my writing. Aries is at 45:52. Leo is at 51:27. Sagittarius is at 56:54. And now this is Capricorn. All right, here we go. Capricorn, what's new? What's coming in for my single Cappies? We got a 7 of Cups in the reverse, first off, with a crown chakra. Your crown chakra has helped you come to a conclusion. What is this conclusion about? This is wonderful. That's your higher self talking, right? That's where you've got some kind of an answer, well, about who your Two of Cups is. Oh, this is exciting. Sacral chakra, house of emotions and sensuality. That's a twin flame card. So something has helped you made a decision or helped. I'm asking what's coming towards you. What's coming towards you is someone who's decided. Maybe they've decided who you are to them. If not, it's you deciding this. But what's interesting is even though a decision is being made, somebody is still holding back. They're not coming in right now. They're not moving towards you, or you're not moving toward them right now. Maybe there's a reason for that, but we've got a little bit of a block in the heart chakra, like, but can I come forward with this passion? And then to have, in this case, it's the hanged woman instead of the hanged man, but Piscean energy here. This is all about the third eye chakra also, like, okay, I've made a decision. I know how I feel about you, but now there's a delay before I can come forward because I got to look at things or maybe even figure out a way to make this happen. And intuitively, I know that if I rush in and I say something like this right now, it may not go the way I want it to. Timing is going to be important here. For some, and I get this all the time with Capricorn, by the way, for some, one of you is like in Australia. It's like at opposite ends of the world. One of you is where it's when it's your daytime, it's my nighttime, and vice versa. Some of you, I don't know, you're also, you live very different lifestyles, or perhaps, but there is this looking at things through a different perspective, and there's a delay in this. But wow, single Capricorns, we've got a lovely awareness that has come to somebody's mind that you are my person. And I also still have to sit with this knowledge for a while before I take any action. That is lovely. You're the first to get a message quite like that, Capricorn. All right, Capricorn, what is your greatest strength right now? It's for my Capricorn singles. The greatest strength for my Capricorns. The star card and the upright. You guys shine very brightly. What is your strength? Everything. Everything is your strength. You are a gift to others. What you give to others, the way you behave. You also are good about recognizing when the universe gives you something and you don't squander it. I think that you handle it in a precious way. If something is important and valuable, you say, this is important and valuable. Let me handle this with the grace and treasure it the way I should, because this is important. You can spot something fabulous when you see it, and you have a nice way of expressing gratitude. You may also be really good at helping people heal. That may be another real gift that you have. You may be a healer of some sort. All right, any blockage for my Capricorns? Cappies, let's go with this deck. Any blockage for Capricorn? Blockage. Ooh, Capricorn, you got 3. They're all majors. A little bit of lack of clarity on how to move forward, but we've got strength, and then we've got this high priestess. So there's too many unknowns right now. Having the strength card is, lots of Leo energy, right? I feel like it's that there's a desire to move forward on something, but there's unknowns about how to go about it. So you know what you want, but the blockages are, how do I get there? I know I have what it takes. I know I can make this happen, but I'm not entirely sure of the right route to take to get there. That, or these are blockages for someone else. But I'm asking about your blockage. So I would put it in the context of the Capricorn. The Capricorn, not all of the information is known yet. So that's the only thing holding you back. But what's great is that you're wise enough to know, there's more I got to figure out. So it's really like acknowledging that there's a blockage, because it's not lack of interest. It's lack of clarity on how can I get from point A to point B. This is like the person who says, well, I've got a car, but I don't know what road to take. I don't know if the road is open. So I can't just embark on this journey unless I know that those roads are open. So there's just the blockages are in the knowledge of what road to take or how to progress forward. And that's not a bad thing, especially when you look at it with such like logical eyes. Very nice. All right, next up, Taurus. Taurus is coming at 109.35. And then we will end with Virgo. Taurus, what is coming in next for my single Taurians? Let's see. Ooh, Death card, major change, pulling back the curtain, taking a look at what's behind the curtain, the skeletons in the closet, seeing things for what they are, having then the ability to change things that don't work for you, things that are outdated, outmoded. Wow. So that you can have a brand new beginning. This is the Magician. And it's a fairy godmother. So, the Magician in this case is like your wishes coming true, because you're able to, I feel like you're letting go of one thing in your life, and that is what's cracking open this, like the magic wand. Wow, for the Lovers and the 10 of Cups. Yeah, a Gemini energy for sure. So we've got Scorpio, we've got Virgo Gemini energy, and now we've got Gemini here. You are... I feel like some of you are not going to be single long. This is a singles read, but I almost feel like it's been revealed to them how they feel about you. You are who they want to be with. This is somebody coming in saying, I choose you. This could be a situation where, it's Beauty and the Beast here. So it could have been like a really rough situation. Somebody kind of needed to quit fighting a connection, needed to kind of calm things down, because this is a story about this big old beast who, transforms, right? And learns lessons along the way, of course. But it is about, the power of love to change things for us. And this is a connection between two very different like ethnicities or cultural groups. These are mermaid people marrying the land people, right? So we've actually got something that has, I feel like, been overcome, revealed. What's coming in next for you seems to be a beautiful turn of events I feel like this is, I don't know that I would call it new love. I feel like it's love that has been awakened. And that's, again, the story of the Beauty and the Beast. Love is awakened between two people that has always been there, but it took a while for it to be able to blossom. It took a while for somebody to recognize maybe how they felt about you and then say, oh my God, I totally want this with you. So very nice energy. Oh, nice. All right, you guys. Sharon, you sweetheart. You got your earbud in. You didn't want to miss it. You're so cute. All right, Taurus, let me take another look here at what is your greatest strength right now, Taurus. Hi, Margaret. Hi, Rupali. Kay Kendall, thanks for all the great messages, you guys. You're so sweet. All right, Taurus. Wow. Taurus, I always joke with you guys. Every time I read for you, you are in your own reading. And here you are once again, Hierophant. Taurus, I just feel like you're that zodiac where you're always like, I know me. Kate, you don't need to tell me anything. I know me. You do not got to say that. It's really, I laugh because I like this about my Taurus readings. You always show up. This is you being so confident in yourself right now, knowing what path you want. You have such clarity of vision at this point. You know what you believe. You're a great leader. You are, I always get this vibe like you're one of those characters that I love so much from the Westerns that I read or watch. I like Westerns films, where it's like, if you said it, you meant it. You didn't overtalk it the way I do. You just simply say, this is how it is. And that's it. And it's like, you have a succinct way of getting to the point of everything to where there's no ambiguity. There's no kind of mushing around trying to find loopholes. You're just a straight shooter in what you say. The way you conduct yourself, you said it, you meant it. That's how it is. Whatever pops off the top of your head was actually what you meant to say. That's really a wonderful quality. And to not overtalk something is a wonderful quality too. Hang on, I've already used that deck for you. I want to use a different one for
any blockage from my Taurus. Blockage. Taurus, you actually just got 3. So you've got the High Priestess, you got the Fool in the reverse, and you got the Moon. So I kind of feel like a blockage is, there is still an unknown. I don't think you realize how well respected you are. If anything, there are things being kept from you, and that might be delaying your progress, or it's delaying somebody else's progress in being able to manifest all of this. At the beginning, it looked like there's somebody who knows that they want to be with you and there's all this happiness, but a blockage to that could be someone could actually, do you notice how there's this contract here that has to be signed? Somebody may be ending a commitment with someone else and you don't know this. They could be a Pisces, but they have to get themselves out of a connection before they can come towards you. Even with this particular High Priestess, it Cancerian energy, it feels like they have to go before the magistrate, or they have to go before someone who will say, and why do you want this, termination of this contract? Why do you not want to be married anymore? Or it's like they have to go before somebody and they don't know how that's going to work out yet either. And until that happens, they can't come towards you. Kind of amazing, because the blockages don't actually seem like it has much to do with you. The blockages that are affecting your life don't seem to be yours. All right, so last but not least, let's go into Virgo. Virgos at 1:15:48. All right, you guys, and as soon as I'm done with this, I will timestamp all these in the description box for those of you. All right, Virgos. I saved you guys for last just because, obviously we just got out of our birthday system. So Virgos, what's coming up next? You got the Empress in the upright. Virgos, this is either you having a brand new beginning, or it's a Libra Taurus coming towards you, or it's somebody who's putting you up on a pedestal, whether or not you realize that, or it's you knowing this about yourself. Let's see if we can figure out where this goes. Virgos, we got a 6 of Staves in the reverse. Interestingly enough, we've got all this success followed by some lack of success. What is this about? Also, Virgos, she's sitting there holding like a crystal ball, like she sees something. Virgos, I feel like you are coming to an understanding. You're seeing things through a higher perspective. Now, this is a singles read. You just got the Princess of Sacred Circles in the reverse. I feel like, Virgo, what's coming in next for you is this profound understanding. It may be a profound, I don't want to take those. They just dropped out, but there's only 3. I feel compelled to take them. I don't usually, though, unless they really jump, and those dropped, but I don't know. I feel like I should take them. So what did we get? We've got the King of Sacred Circles in the upright. We've got the 2 of Swords. I can't read backwards. And we've got the Emperor in the reverse. So for what is coming in for my Virgos, you guys, what this looks like to me, you're sitting here in a place of power. You're sitting here in a place of great understanding. You're seeing things really clearly. And it's like you're able to comprehend why there was not success somewhere. It was, yes, somebody didn't come in and they didn't give an offer perhaps, but it's almost like, I hate to say it this way, but I feel like it's a blessing in disguise, because it has to give time for someone else who is a great match for you to complete some journey that they're on before they can come in for you. It's almost like, you notice how this person is literally working on themselves right now. They're very much deep in meditation. And this is a beautiful King of Sacred Circles, which is the same as King of Pentacles. And we see the whole environment is like working on, like they're pulling this power in from the environment as they are transforming. I feel like it's because you needed to understand why something didn't work. And while you've been figuring this out, you're also becoming more aware that you're going to have a choice to make. I feel as if somebody may be coming back in for you, and they're either going to say that they have changed, and you're going to have to decide if you believe them. Are you still that Emperor in the reverse? Could have been an Aries energy, but this Emperor in the reverse is somebody who was very manipulative, sometimes power hungry, not very nice energy, a stark contrast from this King of Pentacles.
So for some of you, and again, this is not gender specific, but for some of you, you are realizing why you didn't match with someone that should have been an emperor. Well, maybe it's because you're understanding that they weren't acting like an emperor at that point in time, and you are understanding that as well. I feel like you're going to be faced with a choice in your upcoming future, either to believe someone when they say, I have transformed myself, I am a different version of me, I'm not who I used to be, or it's that that person shows back up and you have to choose between something else much more wonderful. Now, this may not be about relationships. This could all have to do with business. Do you want this basically like a tyrant as a boss, but maybe in a big company? Or do you want to work for a smaller company with a really wonderful boss where there's a lot of growth potential there as well, but significant difference between these two characters, or between these two situations? And it's going to be you who has to make that choice. I feel like it's about, do you believe this, or can you clearly see? I mean, to me, that's an easy choice to make. Do you want the tyrant, or do you want the person who is solid and who's, like stable, and yet growth could be a little slower with them? It seems like there's one choice that's very obvious there. But if it's a choice between, do you believe that someone has changed into that could be a little harder to define. Okay, Virgo, what is your great strength right now? Ooh, hi, Miss M. Hi, Jessica. All right, great strength. You guys are fired up. You guys got energy. You're using that passion that you feel for life, and you're really going after things that are important to you right now. You have, you've got an energy to you right now where you want to be successful, and you want to have fun, and you want to move toward things that bring value to your life. You want to explore. I almost feel like some of you, if there's anything at all that you wanted to go see, like on a Sunday morning, you wake up and you go, I want to go to the beach today. There's this one cove that I've always wanted to go and explore. I'm going to drive over there. You are willing to jump up and have little adventures. So that's a huge strength. You're not holding back. You're very much about, like, I'm alive and I want to have satisfying adventures, and I want to go and explore stuff, and I want to be a part of all these other things that I can be a part of. I picked up this deck, so I'm going to stick with it. Virgo, what's your blockage right now? Blockage is 10 of Swords. So I feel like a blockage has to do with somebody that is icy cold. I don't think, Virgo, that you really like things to be closed out in ugly cycles. So the manner in which a cycle closed could be still bothering you. It's a blockage that exists because you know that something didn't close down right. You wish it had been softer. You wish it had been, if something's going to be over, you can accept that. But it would have been nice if someone could have said something kinder, or they could have been more mature, or maybe you feel like you wish you had said something different, or chosen your words differently, or had more. I just feel like a softer version of a closure. That's what it feels like. And so it's a little bit of a lingering thing in the back of your mind where it's like, man, there was so much emotion there. That's not the way it should have gone down. That deserved to be treated better. Whether it's how you wish someone had treated you better in saying goodbye, or vice versa, or the entire situation. This could also be that someone is just ice cold and they're producing a blockage. Things that need to still be talked about are not being talked about. So whatever that may be, I feel like it's a frozen situation, and freezing stuff. Sometimes that's just what we do, so then we can deal with it later. So it's almost like, is it really over, or is this just on ice for right now? Meaning we're still going to have to address it later. And it may be like, God, I wish we could just address it now. I wish it could just be handled properly now, so that we can either move forward and have a renewal, or we can say goodbye and do it right. That's kind of what the blockage feels like. So anyway, you guys, that's what I've got. I know I said it'd be 40 minutes. It's an hour and a half later, but you guys, thank you so much for being with me. Thank you for your lovely messages. Hi, happy fall to all of you, and happy birthday to all the Libras. Happy Libra season. I hope all the Virgos out there had great birthdays. Anyway, you guys, take good care of yourselves. Thank you for joining me live today just to hang out a little bit. Sometimes I like to do this live just for fun. I try to schedule them around a lunch break. Well, it's only lunch break, I suppose, in my time zone. But in any case, guys, take care. And thank you for being so nice to each other. Also, I see such nice interactions. I can't tell you how wonderful that is. I absolutely love that, you guys. Thanks for being great people. It really does make the world feel kinder, and the world is stressful, but it's a lot less stressful when you see total strangers online saying nice things. Like, that's kind of a rarity. All right, you guys, mwah, mwah, take care. Bye.